Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another CounterSide C server video. Alright, so this is for C server specifically. What is C server having this week? So we're gonna have a couple of new characters, a couple of new things. Let's talk about it. So first things first, we're gonna get Substream Little Vincent event missions and event shop unlock. So that's going to be for the new particular one. Alright, alongside with that, Kim Hana special bonus punch in. Alright, so that's going to be a very unique one. We have new normal recruitment FELICITTE. We have new normal recruitment LAIKA. We also have classified recruitment Awaken Seoyun, Awaken Yuna is going to have their probability up. Alongside with operator recruitment, Serena Crew and Mansion Master probability up. Alongside with Spring Bunny launch skin Livia Tennis is going to be available for sale. Alright, so alongside with a couple of other things that will be added to the game, it seems. So they've been adding a lot of skins. I think the skins are pretty much caught up. So the recent one was the Jin Boras one. This one was pretty good, right? Boing boing. And then we have a few others like the Ella's one, the Agnes one, and also the Rafaela one. So they've been constantly adding more and more skins. I think it's almost caught up with the KR side of things. So let's talk about these two characters, FELICITTE and LAIKA. So what do they have to offer? Courtesy of Brightwen, we're gonna check it out right here. So if you are looking to build soldier teams, they could perhaps be one of the better candidates for you. Alright, if you don't care about soldier teams that much, sure, you don't have to pull for them as much, you can skip on them. Personally, I'll try to get FELICITTE per se, because I think soldier team right now is a little bit lacking in the defender side of things. Alright, at least in the offense side, we have like Admin Rifleman, we have Warden. Those two are very good, by the way. If you're not including like Curian, there's so many offensive soldiers, right? But when it comes to even Leora, even though she's not a soldier, she fits really well into soldier teams. But when it comes to like defender, we have like Admin Shieldman, which is an SR. Overflow is like a mech soldier kind of hybrid. We have Morse. Morse is more like a mech character. So there's not much tanky soldiers available in terms of like defensive role. So right now you can see FELICITTE is going to be that particular one to fit in that role. She's not like extremely must-have in PvE, but in PvP, she's going to be pretty strong. So let's have a look at the ability. What can she do? So you can see this is a single target, right? So deal single target damage to the closest enemy, basic attack, etc. Now her passive skill is going to be where it's at. Deals damage with knockback at deployment position using a shield. So when you deploy her, she can actually knock back the enemies during that spot. So you gotta like, where you place her is going to be very important in PvP. She also throws grenade in front every 18 seconds, and this will basically create status field that can knock enemies airborne. Now keep in mind, there are some characters that are airborne immune. Like for example, Curian is one very good example. You cannot lift certain characters up. I believe Overflow as well, I could be wrong, but it's similar to the ship skill, right? If you look at the ship skill, the Gleipnir armored type that can lift up the characters, not every character can get affected. Like characters with high evasion can sometimes dodge that as well. Does not deal damage to targets exceeding valid hits. Alright, so this is pretty cool. Activation condition change for 13 seconds. So the grenade can basically, you know, CC the enemy a little bit, which is not too bad. And then next up, we have the special skill. She delivers a shock impact on the ground at the furthest unit within sight range, dealing AoE damage and knocking them airborne. Again, with a little bit of extra CC, her hit is increased by 100% when she casts the special skill. Now the other ultimate skill is a passive because she's a soldier, right? What a name. The important thing is the Unbreakable Vengeance. Alright, she survives with a single determination to avenge those who ruin her life. Damn, what a statement right here. So 10% counter damage resistance and shares half the effect with allied soldiers. Now keep in mind, this is going to be another 7.5% here, another 7.5% here, another 15%. So in total, she's gonna get 40% counter damage resistance, and she can share half with the effect with the allied soldiers. That means 20%, right? Gain immunity to hit stun from special or lower skills for 7 seconds every time she receives 25 hits. I just wish that would be permanent, but if that's permanent, I think that would be too OP. But hey, FELICITTE is a character that I've seen being used a lot. She's pretty cool. Like here's a video that I can find for her. She reminds me of this character from Nikkei called Polly. I'm not sure if it's just me, but oh my god, the resemblance is there. So you can see when you deploy her, she basically push a little bit forward, and this is basically her skill that will basically CC the enemy, right? So very cool animation overall. So now let's move on to the next character. I do think that Felicite is going to be the better one between the two, by the way, if you guys are deciding to only pull for one in particular. Now LAIKA is going to be the next character. As you can see, she's a ranger and a soldier class. Now LAIKA, when you fire an assault, she does damage. There's no AoE on the basic attack, sadly. The passive skill, she uses tactics to create gaps in enemies' defense. After every 5 basic attacks, she casts an enhanced attack by throwing 2 knives to the ground. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Every 5 basic attack, that means if you can give her attack speed, she's going to be able to cast this enhanced attack more often. And she will throw 3 tactical knives if Felicite is present. So that means they sort of get a combo. Felicite doesn't get any bonus from having LAIKA, but LAIKA gets a bonus from using Felicite. Hopefully you guys are aware of that. And then there's the tactical reload. Fires the last rounds, alright, before the reserve pistol shot. Reloads and grant herself 15% attack speed buff. Also, she gets a permanent 10% crit damage buff, which is pretty cool. And this will increase up to 5 stacks. So the attack speed buff value can go out to 30% if Felicite is there. So this 15% attack speed is going to be 30% if combined together. And again, the last passive skill, the ultimate skill, she doesn't have any. Keep in mind, she is going to rely on this particular passive to give her 15% damage penetration buff, which I think is pretty cool. This one cannot be cancelled. 15% damage resistance penetration buff, it goes through anti-ground damage resistance. So if enemy has like 30% total damage resistance, you're gonna get minus 15% just because of this particular skill. And this will increase to 20% with Felicite present on the battlefield. So if you're pulling for LAIKA, it feels like Felicite is almost a must-have because it just enhances all of her values by a lot, right? Significantly, her passive, her tactical reload, and everything. She's a Fury type as well. You can see 11 basic attacks every time she will cast a special skill. So attack speed gears are going to be very important on her. So this is how she looks like in action. So every 11 attacks, this is her enhanced attack. Not too bad. Alright, so that one, unfortunately she doesn't... Oh, that's a special skill. The enhanced attack is the knife part. She doesn't really do any CC. So I just wish she would have an ability to do any CC, but she's just there in terms of being able to be a damage dealer and being a ranger class. Now, do you need her per se? Based upon a lot of testing in KR server, it seems like she's not like a must-have, right? Overall, a lot of people have mentioned that she gets outclassed by Rearm Revet because Rearm Revet is also 2 costs and also Admin Rifleman and Warden, right? Warden is a sniper, but since she's a ranger, so it's much more comparable to Rearm Revet and also Admin Rifleman. So she's kind of a mid character at most. I think Felicite is a better character to get if you are looking to get or obtain either one. But hey, that's just going to be it for C server this week. Nothing special other than those 2 characters. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the 2 characters, Felicite and LAIKA. Are you guys pulling for any of them? If you are running soldier team, perhaps they could be good for you. But if not, just continue to save, hopefully for the next SSR characters. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to be a while. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.